back again with another late
banger. What's good, you guys? We are here today with a sit-down video. We are going to be doing the questions that femmes are afraid to ask studs.
I would like to see it.
I don't even think there's that many, is there?
I mean, there's a few.
Really?
Anyway, guys, I feel like as a femme, I don't know if it's other femmes, like anyone, but a lot of girls like want to know like what, like, you know, like what studs think about things or why they do certain things, because there's definitely like a stud culture.
No, there's not.
Yes, there is. Oh, there absolutely is. Okay.
I'm scared.
Okay.
I'm scared.
Some of the questions are just like general stuff.
All right,
okay.
let's see who goes first. I'm just kidding.
Yeah,
'cause you're over me.
Look at you. Look at you. Do you think more studs are tops or bottoms?
Girl, what's going on?
Stop. I don't
My mic.
freaking know. Probably top.
How come?
I don't know, because normally
You're in the hot seat, girl.
I feel like maybe more are top, but I also feel like it could be that more are pretending like they're top, but they're not actually top.
I said what I said.
That's what I think.
That's your opinion, girl. It's my turn, my opinion, spotlight on me. I think that there are a lot of tops because I think naturally, okay, the studs that are being true to themselves and are being authentically themselves, I do think are probably more tops than bottoms, because I think that they naturally are more masculine and that's just who they are as a human.
Yeah.
The studs that are forcing it, I think are bottoms because they're kind of pushing to be a little more masculine because of their own whatever they decide.
Yeah.
Maybe they think they should be that way, or they think they might get more girls that way, not sure. But there is a huge culture of people who pretend to be more masculine than they are and then end up being a little bit more bottom when it comes to having a relationship. So that's my answer, point blank period. Sis.
Okay. Are you a touch me not?
No.
Cut the cameras. Dead ass.
Why do you think that a lot of studs are?
Well, I've been in touch me not relationships and it's whatever.
So that's an interesting like question. Like, how can you be like a touch me not in some relationships and then not
because
in
it's
other
just
ones?
the dynamic of the relationship. If you're with somebody who, like, to me, before I met you, it was very much like take it or leave it, because I just enjoyed pleasing the other person so much. Like, that got me off.
It
wasn't necessarily like don't touch me because I feel uncomfortable, but it was more just like that's what got me off. And like a lot of the girls that I were like talking to were like very much pillow princess and like that's the tea, and it worked for us. And I was satisfied, she was satisfied, it was fine. And then I met you, and you also like to also give, so it just works out. So I've been in a little bit of both, and like honestly, they've all worked fine. And I do think that a big reason why a lot of studs are touch me not is because sometimes I think that there's this blurred line between like not necessarily like liking their bodies and
or
feeling a little bit uncomfortable when they could be in scenarios where they might be a little vulnerable or like feel a little more feminine. So like being naked in front of their partner or like having their partner touch certain areas of their body might make them feel a little bit uncomfortable. And so like I know like I've got a lot of friends, or have had a lot of friends as well, that are also masculine the same as I am and are touch me nots.
Yeah. And
a lot of it comes from just feeling like, you know, it's just like doesn't feel right. Like it makes them feel like feminine and like they don't like that feeling.
Yeah.
So it's just easier to just kind of be like, I'll take care of you, like don't touch me kind of thing. So
yeah. Fair.
That's my question. That's my thing. And there could also be traumas and all of that as well. When it comes to like touch me nots, there could be some type of a trauma there too. Yeah. But for the most part, in my experience, it's a lot to just do with comfortability.
And like dynamic with people.
And dynamic.
So I guess that goes into like the whole like why do studs not take off their sports bras, like because it seems
because
like
they don't
with
like
the thing with boobs. There's a thing with like having breasts.
And it doesn't mean that it's like they have like gender identity. It's just more like they don't care that they have breasts. It's more just like while they're actually in being intimate with someone, like the thought of breasts like moving and like shit like that, like it just like becomes uncomfortable for them.
Yeah, fair enough.
And I don't really give a fuck, so
yeah,
is it.
Why do you think so many studs try so hard to be like macho and over the top masculine?
Oh my god, these are a little aggressive, don't you think? Ooh, wow. I couldn't really answer that one. Give me a second. why do they need to be over the top? Why are they over the top? Maybe it's because they feel like it's kind of like they are more masculine, so they feel like they need to portray that to like the nth degree.
Because they're overcompensating, maybe?
Because, okay, you need to calm down.
Bitch, shut up. Ain't nobody asked you shit.
You are adding your little 2 cents in where it is not needed. Thank you very much. Continuing.
Child. Anyway, so.
I'm on your side, studs, masculine lesbians. Let's get it, okay? So I think there could be some toxic masculinity there. There could be some of that, but I do think that there is this pressure that they need to feel like, I'm gonna also go on a limb here and say that they do get a lot of pressure from femmes as well in relationships, because a lot of the times femmes will get into relationships with masculine lesbians or studs or whatever the case may be, and they expect a certain level of masculinity from them, and if they don't give that to them, then they're kind of like, what the hell is going on here? Like, and they almost like emasculate them, like in a weird way, make them feel like really bad about themselves and like don't really give them what they need. So it's like, I've been in a relationship before where it's like, if I'm not like 100% masculine, showing no emotion, like that kind of shit, like where it's like straight up man, that the person was kind of like, yo, what the hell's going on? Like, you're supposed to be this person, this and this. So I do think that there is also like a little bit of like a expectation from society and from partners and stuff like that too.
Makes sense. Makes sense. Okay. Do you think you get male privilege?
I do and I don't. I think that I don't in scenarios of homophobia.
Yeah, probably worse.
And I think I do in scenarios of like friends and the average, you know, 2023 Gen Z, like younger generation that's like all for it, doesn't really care about gender. Like, you don't have to be in the queer community now to like be an ally. Like there's a lot of allies, there's a lot of people that are woke, down with what's going on. And in that scenario, I do think that we do get a little bit more male privilege. I do think we get treated a little bit more like men, not 100% like a man, but I do think it's a lot easier to get that male privilege. But I think that there's also on the flip side of it, there's a lot of homophobia, a lot of like, you know, people kind of coming for you because they think you're trying to be a man, or like, you know, cat calls in the streets of people being like, yo, this dyke or whatever it is. I think there's like a little bit of both on both sides, but I do think that there is, it's not as simple as yes. I think there's a yes and a no.
Fair. Okay, are you attracted to feminine gay men? And why are a lot of studs into feminine gay men?
She's trying to expose me. Why do you do me like this?
I already know that you are, but there's a lot of other studs that are.
Let's talk about this though. Don't do me.
Deconstruct. There's nothing wrong with that.
I am attracted to like drag queens.
Yeah.
When they're in their feminine form. I'm not just attracted to like a freaking twink that's very masculine presenting. Like, no. I'm attracted to femininity within people. So that's the biggest piece. I also think that, question, what was the second
Why do you
question?
think like a lot of like studs like in gay and like very feminine gay men kind of find themselves attracted to each other?
Because I think it comes down to people liking that feminine energy or that masculine energy. So I've been hit on by plenty of gay men, and I think it's because they're finding that masculine energy in me and they're like, oh, that's attractive. When I've like gone to plenty drag shows or like been in like queer scenarios where there's a person that's like a cross-dresser or a drag queen or whatever, and they're very feminine and they've got a lot of feminine qualities, and it's like literally like you find them hot because it's like there's no difference between that person and your partner. Like there's really no difference. So I think it's really easy to get it muddled. It's two separate things, like what you have between your legs versus the way that you're presenting. Those are two separate things.
Yeah.
So I think it's really easy to like be like, I like the energy of the person, not necessarily vibe with like what's going on there, but loving the person and being like they're attractive and like cute and like whatever.
Okay, here's another one, another hard one. Tampons or pads, and why do you think so many studs don't use tampons? It's a thing. I know it's different for you, but like...
Okay, the reason why masculine lesbians or studs don't use tampons is because they, for some weird reason, they have like a thought process of like, it's like really girly to wear a tampon, I think. I think.
Which is odd.
I don't know. Me personally, it like actually hurts to wear one and like nothing's going up there. It like genuinely hurts me. So like, if I could wear a tampon, I absolutely would. No questions asked, no thought process. Like literally, I know it's way easier. Like that doesn't bother me. But I do think that a lot of studs or masculine lesbians have a hard time with the tampon because they literally are like, that's so feminine.
Yeah.
I don't know, maybe I'm wrong. Any studs that are watching this, come down in the comments and correct me on anything that I'm saying. Or if you have a different angle, like come down in the comments and let me know the tea. But I do think that it's looked at as a little bit more feminine than like a pad. Because it's almost like it's like penetrating almost. Like, do you know what I'm saying? So I do think that a lot of, but on the flip side, I do know a lot of studs or masculine lesbians that do wear tampons and have no problem with it. So I don't really know if that's even fair because I know a lot of studs.
But there are a lot of people that are like, oh, nothing's going up there. Like, no, like I would never have anything. Like people actually say that. Weirdly enough. I mean, I don't know, and I can only speak for the people that I've come across in my life and that I know. Most people in her life are like very, very like open, like people who just like are really don't care about what other people.
And that's how it's always been. The people that I associate myself with genuinely don't care about labels, genuinely don't care. Like everyone that I hang out with, like no shit, like no word of a lie, every single person I've ever hung out with or that I'm like really close friends with are all like fluid and like there's like gender queer, like everyone's just like chill, like nobody cares about labels, everyone does their own thing, everybody loves everybody for who they are, like we all have our different like not labels, we all have our different things that we like, but like everyone's just kind of chill about things and there's no like toxicity within that.
Yeah.
So maybe I'm the wrong person to ask because I do live in this weird bubble of like all inclusive, like
yeah.
I don't know, but
I've experienced definitely a very solid handful of very toxic studs and like masculine lesbians. But that's not to say that they're all like that, but there is definitely a community of people who have some weird janky opinions.
Right.
But anyway guys, if you guys like this video, don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe if you like our channel. We just also newly released a vlog channel. We're gonna be vlogging on that channel, so stay tuned for that.
Right here, down here.
Link it. Please subscribe. Anyway, and I guess that's it for today. We'll see you guys tomorrow.
We'll see you tomorrow. We love you. Bye.